Hi, welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast. I'm your host, Natasha Leggero.
And I'm Vanna White from The Wheel of Fortune.
My dad, when I first told him I wanted to be an actress, he was very excited. And he said to me, I really think you could do it. I think you could be the next Vanna White.
Why Vanna White?
Because that was his Italian small town idea of what an actress was.
What a life at Vanna White. What is she up to? What's
like
her
a
quarantine life?
We should call her.
I would love to. Can we get Vanna White? Wait, seriously, can we try to get Vanna White on the podcast? That would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I think we need to I want to start calling some people who've weathered a lot of storms.
You think that's Vanna White?
Yeah, because
she's turned a lot of letters.
She's probably 70.
Weathered a lot of storms.
She's seen a lot of
she's seen a lot of letters.
No, she's seen a lot of
Puzzles?
decades.
Yeah, she's seen decades.
Yeah,
you want to call older people.
No, but someone who's
if all you want is a little bit aged, we could probably shoot lower than Vanna White.
No, I just mean the time that we were born, they were already our age or in their 30s or living life.
That's what you think of when you think of Vanna White is like a wizened woman who's seen it all?
Because I remember hearing about her in the 70s that she would do threesomes. See, I don't want to say
Really?
bad things about her.
Why is that bad? Threesomes are great.
No, I just
Threesomes
mean
are so good, Natasha.
Maybe
Threesomes are one of the best things available, Natasha. I thought we discussed this. With who?
A COVID threesome.
Oh, a COVID threesome.
Temperature check.
I'll tell you what, the threesome community has plummeted. That's for damn sure. Although, if you were in a actually, honestly, you have a lot of judgment about poly relationships, Natasha, but this would be
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I say they don't work.
Oh, okay. So just it's a fundamentally broken premise, but no judgment. But this would be probably one of the greatest times in history to be in a poly relationship because you would be quarantining with multiple people. So you get company and you get to have some fun. Sounds good, actually. We were thinking about opening our family up. There's this idea called making a pod, where you and another family get together. And Natasha you could be kind of obsessed about it, right?
Obsessed about it?
Like the idea of finding a family that we could link up with.
No, not obsessed about it, but it does seem like the lowest risk situation.
Yeah, you find another family that's been...
Because then your kid could socialize.
Right, your kids could socialize. You swap partners. It's like it's a win-win. But we have not found a willing family in the LA area.
Wait,
and
that's part of it?
No, that's not part of it. Or I don't know, maybe it is. That would be exciting. Actually, what would be funny would be if you potted up with another family and every 1 week a month you swap the kid and the partner. So they basically the wife would come over with their kid and you would go with our kid to the other family, and then vice versa. The next week the husband would come with the kid. So you'd have romance with the partner, but you'd also have a new child in the family.
And who goes to the grocery store?
Both kids. Both kids go to the grocery store, as they call it.
Well, that's a good one, Moshe.
Thanks,
and,
Natasha.
I don't know. I'm having a great time.
I'm also having a great time. We went almost camping last weekend or this week. We took my RV to my friend Andy Wood has a plot of land in Joshua Tree, and we basically it was somewhere between camping and parking in a friend's driveway. It was similar to both. Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What?
No, nothing.
Any thoughts?
Well, I just really like hotels.
Okay. We had a great time. Our child had a kind of epic meltdown, and
that was not fun.
No.
She cried until 1 a.m.
Right. And we couldn't sleep. But then the next day we went for a hike. We had a lunch staring at a mountain. There was some nice stuff to it, wasn't it?
It was really nice.
It felt almost normal for a moment. It felt like we were out and about. Almost normal. That's what we're living through.
Although then you think you're normal, but then you read the news and it seems really bad.
Well, I think of this time period we're living in as the new normal. Have you heard of this? Mm-hmm. It's a term that I coined. The new normal. That's what we're living in right now.
Moshe, didn't you want to show us some screenshots of people's, because we've been talking a lot about non-negotiables.
Well, last week you discussed your non-negotiables. I think I said mine was intelligent and a fat ass. All right.
Those are your only two.
Those are my two. No, I was thinking more about what I wanted. I wanted intelligent. I wanted kind. I wanted somebody that would never bore me. And I really wanted somebody. I didn't want to date anybody who was a bum. I wanted somebody with their own thing going on. Like
Right.
I'm from the Burning Man world. I've dated a lot of baristas and neon hair extension installers. Okay, cool idea, by the way, to bring the dogs down, Natasha. We were about to record this podcast, and Natasha's like, wait, where are the dogs? The listeners won't be able to focus on YouTube if the dogs aren't here. She brought 4 strawberries down to feed them on our white couch, and now they're all barking because they want more strawberries. Who feeds a dog strawberries in the first place? I never even heard of that. I heard of like a T-bone steak.
I just thought they would look cute for the YouTube channel because they sit on the pillows.
It is cute, but there's some audio issues. Anyway, what are some other non-negotiables that you had?
Good in bed.
Good in bed? Is that true?
Probably, yeah.
What
I
do
don't
you-
know how I phrased it.
To whom?
To myself, like when I
Oh.
wrote it down.
A fuck god.
Yeah.
A thick dick fuck god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice that you found me, huh? I zoomed on in. Now we asked you guys some of your non-negotiables on our Instagram at endlesshoneymoonpod, and here are some of the listener submitted non-negotiables. Okay, Natasha, you ready for this?
Yeah.
If they don't care about their health, nutrition-wise,
That's good.
it's a person that wants somebody with a good diet, but does not care if they have a lot of unprotected anonymous sex and smoke crack. They just have to eat bulgur. That's from Jen Yarmus. Facey Stola, someone who would make a good dad. Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. A good relationship with his family, especially his mom. Sounds like you want a straight up cuck ass beta soy boy. Okay. You might want to move to a liberal bubble. Good sense of humor. Allie B says good sense of humor, not a Republican. Often go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, those are definitely on mine.
Yes. Long fingernails, says Pick 3. I don't know if that's I don't want long fingernails or if that's a must-have Coke nail. Long fingernails. Would you ever date a guy with long fingernails?
No.
What about one long fingernail?
No.
What about, no, I'm thinking like
No, I could do one.
one long pinky nail.
Mm-hmm.
They can snort Coke if they need to, or if they ever get hungry and don't have a fork, they can get a thing of Vienna sausages and just undo the top and just poke their little pinky into the Vienna sausage and just suck it right off. Doesn't that sound nice?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Senorita Carita. Kind. That was one of mine. Liberal. Smokes weed. And good looking. Finally, somebody saying something honest. Not one person says good looking.
I do think though, having it be a deal breaker if someone doesn't smoke weed, like I feel like that could be in the
But what if you smoke a bunch of weed?
as long as they're okay with it, right?
Right. It is a little weird. You must smoke weed. Must be 420 friendly.
Well, no, 420 friendly is different, isn't it?
Right,
Than
but
like you have to smoke it.
You must be 420.
Right.
Chris
I would put that on my would be nice.
would have been nice.
Would be
I don't
nice.
smoke weed.
No, yeah. I know.
I will if you want me to.
I like that you don't.
You don't. You do? Why?
Because I know that you're always like completely, like you can always drive.
When you get too stoned to drive. Kristen Lovelace says good glutes. Nice bum.
Non-negotiable?
A non-negotiable. Got to have that thick butt. Got to have that.
Well, that's kind of like yours.
That's exactly like mine. Got to have a dumper. Oh, yeah. Got to have a dump truck. Got to have dumps like a truck. Truck. Thighs like what? What? I mean, you wanted a thick dick, boy. All Kristen Lovelace wants is somebody with a little bit of a thing to hold on to.
I hear.
If you have Ghost 78 says smoking, absolutely disgusting. Not enough to say I want a non-smoker. Got to toss a jab in to the others in the smoking community just to let you know where she's coming from. Or he. could be. And finally, Flan Eustace International says, at this point in time, basic survival instincts, a willingness to be vaccinated and hunt prey. Now that is a practical thinking man. You have a few. Will you read some?
It says a goddamn soul. Okay.
You want them to have a goddamn soul? No undead.
I think they want them to have a soul.
Meaning
like they got a cool, chill vibe, I guess. I don't really know.
Or they're like, what does that mean exactly? A goddamn soul. Also weird to take the Lord's name in vain and then talk about the soul. That's where I draw the line.
And then this one I don't understand. White Kirkland sneakers?
Is it pro or anti?
Don't know.
A non-negotiable. That Kirkland is Costco? Is that right?
I think so.
They make the pizzas and the trail mix.
But
and sneakers?
maybe this person is just trying to be funny.
I think so, but I don't even quite get the...
Okay, intelligence and humor, and never shake my hand in guise of adieu after we bang.
Intelligence and humor, and never shake my hand in guise of adieu? Oh, as in never fuck me and then shake my hand goodbye? Who has anyone ever done that? Have you ever had that happen? At the end of sex, someone's like, "Hey, put her there. That was a good fuck sesh. Thank you so much."
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, but that's so incredibly specific.
Well, I think it's really good to get in touch with what these are, and I think that people, every time you hear someone talk about it, you kind of it solidifies your list.
They have to accept the fact that I'm in love with Jaime Camille, says Vanessa Morales. So someone else has to accept your that you love the guy from the Al Galan episode of the Endless Honeymoon podcast. Speaking of the Endless Honeymoon podcast, would you like to make some calls?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
My hair is getting long, and I need it to shimmer. Do you have any suggestions? Don't sneeze during an ad read. Do not do it. Function of beauty. We know the frustration. Bottles on bottles of half-used shampoos and conditioners. Try something new with Function of Beauty. I've tried Function of Beauty, and I actually love it because it makes a shampoo and conditioner combo specific to your hair. You go online, you fill out a little quiz. What kind of hair do you like? What do you have? Do you have thick hair? Do you want volume? Do you want fragrance? Do you want this, that, and the other thing? They send you a bottle of shampoo and conditioner with your name printed on it that works so good.
You have this like luscious, wavy, thick,
I do.
Beautiful hair. I have very fine,
yeah,
kind of mousy,
like a mop.
Brown.
You have like a thin mop, and they have
coarse,
that as an
dry.
option. Yes, all of those things are options on Function of Beauty's short 4-question quiz. All you got to do is take it. You'll save 20% on your first purchase at functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon.
Function of Beauty is the internet's top-rated customized hair care brand with over 30,000 5-star custom reviews and counting. I left them one.
Function of Beauty is vegan and cruelty-free. They don't use sulfates, parabens, phthalates, mineral oils, or other harmful ingredients.
And the cutest part is your name is printed on the bottle.
It is cute. To get started now, by the way, you don't have to tell them your real name. You could say your name is like Big Dong Tom, and every day look down and have a little chuckle. Go to functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon to take your 4-part hair profile quiz and save 20% on your first order.
Don't spend another minute in hair misery. I've been there. Go to functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon to let them know that we sent you. That's functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon.
Stop going to the drugstore to buy your shampoo. Get it sent to your door. functionofbeauty.com/honeymoon.
We are now going to call Jake and Kim in Boise, Idaho.
Love Boise.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's cool there. Beautiful place.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of water in Idaho. When the world ends, we got to be in New Zealand or Idaho. A lot of Nazis, though, in Idaho.
Yeah, I looked it up before. It's like deep Nazi.
But they're not in Boise.
Okay.
They're up in the...
Hello?
Hey. It's Moshe Kasher. And
Hi.
Natasha Leggero.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
We're great. Thank you very much. How's Boise?
It's good. Raining today, but it's not bad.
Are we talking to Kim?
No, that's
Well, isn't it two people?
yeah.
I
Wait, hold on. What are the names again?
I wanted to
It's
hear both
Jake,
of them talk. Yeah,
Jake and Kim. You thought maybe that was Kim, and then Jake was going to be chiming in soon.
I don't know.
I'm Kim.
I just wanted
and I'm
them
Kim.
to both establish their voices.
Okay, Kim, where are you?
In Boise?
Oh, we can't really hear you.
Yeah, I
You
just
sound
wanted to
underwater.
establish who they were. That's all. If it was a couple.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, way better.
Okay.
Hi guys. So so you're in Idaho.
What's going
on? Are
on?
you guys married?
Yeah, we've been married for 6-ish years, together for 8.
Cool. And why did you
Well,
contact?
our anniversary's in a couple weeks. We'll be married for 6 years.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Well, I'm sort of with Jake on this one. It's you've been married 6 years. Yeah. Well, so what's happening? Why do you guys contact us?
I think lately we've been maybe tossing around the idea of trying out a threesome, possibly.
Well, you've come to the right place, Jake. Jake.
A COVID
I've heard your
threesome. That's so
stories
brave.
before.
Yeah. Doesn't this seem like terrible timing, Jake?
Yeah, this was discussed. I don't know, maybe a few months ago. We started bringing it up, and
So we've been COVID blocked. We joke around.
cock blocked by COVID. Yeah.
As if God himself came down from the heavens to tell you that this threesome was going to destroy your marriage.
So you guys are just like, you want to go do it now, or you want to like finish the conversation so as soon as it feels safe, you can like get to those bars and start picking people up?
Yeah, but where's the governor of Idaho at with threesomes? Has he opened that up, or is that still in the quarantine guidelines?
I think it's in the next phase.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Phase 2.
Probably phase 4.
So okay, so you guys are thinking about it. What is your dilemma at this point?
Well, I guess we're not really. Well, one part is we have 2 small kids, a 4 and a 6-year-old.
Sure.
So that doesn't really help things. And then also, we've never done anything like that, and Kim's not really even
Into it in any way?
Well, no. I think there'd have to be some, like, we don't know. We've just been talking about it. It came up as a joke one day, and then we both were kind of like later on like, that would be kind of interesting. That would be kind of fun. I have always been like, maybe possibly I could see myself with a woman sometime, but I've never been with one. And then Jake was like, yeah, that sounds cool. So I don't know. I think it's just still like up in the air. Like, how do we even go about it? Like, where would we meet somebody? Do you meet them on like a dating app, or do you just go to the bar, or where do you bring them? Do you bring them home and your little kids sleeping in the bedroom?
No. The answer to that part of the question
I suggested
is a no. Yeah, that's you don't do that.
That's what I say. I say no way.
Wait, so
I just figure we have a lock on our door, so
Sure.
do you guys, are you able to go out and like get a babysitter at least once or twice a week when we're not in lockdown?
Maybe more like once or twice every 6 months.
So financially, you can't afford a babysitter more than every 6 months?
No, we could.
Oh, you could.
It's a matter of
Like working schedules out.
Got it.
So it's not like you have a lot of time for this right now.
Yeah, but you got to squeeze it in when you can. Let me ask you what okay, so we see what's exciting about it. Obviously Jake was just like a little happy dog going just like, yes. And when Kim brought up, what are your anxieties about it? What are you afraid of? What are the cons? What are the no's?
Well, I think at first, like, Kim was like, well, I don't know if I'd want, a girl to do anything to you. And then I was like, well, why don't we just find someone who's not attracted to penis, and then you guys can like do your thing. And then, so I think it was like a meet in the middle, like maybe find someone who's lesbian, and then those two can, do stuff while I'm doing stuff with Kim. I don't know.
You're going to go find that classic lesbian that does not like men, but is really down to have a man jerking off in an easy chair while I know. That's a huge group.
These are the problems we're running into.
Yeah, and he's not down with another guy in the mix. So it would have to be a female.
Okay.
Which is totally fine. But yeah, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with another female touching him.
And why is that?
Because he's my man.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, this sounds like you guys have good communication about what you want. I think, yeah, I like the idea of finding. I'm sure there's a lesbian out there that would get turned on by the idea of some little cuck in the corner watching her, bang that guy's wife. I think there's something good about that. I like that.
Yeah, and
probably a small niche, I'm sure.
And you're in quarantine right now, so every time you guys fuck, you should just like talk about your threesome and like what's gonna happen, and start like just keeping the conversation open.
But here's what I actually think: if you guys do decide to go through with this, I'm a big advocate for when it comes to fantasies. I'm a big advocate for like just finding a sex worker that will do exactly what you want, because threesomes are so unbelievably awkward. I mean, they are never good. And
how many times do you have to go out to find the person?
Exactly.
Like, that's why I'm like, you should probably have a babysitter. If you're really going to commit to this, finding your like soulmate threesome situation.
Right.
It feels like you'd have to like feed that a little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go out. You're going to have to meet people. You're going to have to, because you don't want it. The pressure of every time you go out, there has to be a person.
Totally.
Then you're gonna like be annoyed.
Totally. This is the whole thing where you guys can't get your work schedules together to go out on a date night more than every 6 months. If you add into the mix in interviewing lesbians, open-minded lesbians, it's just gonna become like work. It's gonna become awful, and then you don't know where to go. Are you gonna go to her ranch or back to your place? And like, I think the two of you, when you decide to do it, you guys, because Kim, here's what I think you should do. As a favor to Jake, this is what I think. Okay, here's my idea. As a favor to Jake, since you're not going to let Jake actually touch the woman, I think he should be able to at best pick the woman, so it's somebody he thinks is really hot, or at worst veto anyone. So you just guarantee that Jake's looking at something that makes him happy. You guys find somebody that fits that bill who's a sex worker in a town that you guys want to visit. Have the grandparents watch your kids or a babysitter for like a weekend. You fly somewhere else. You get a hotel. You bang the lesbian sex worker of Jake's dreams. Have a nice meal, and then fly back to Boise to shuck corn or whatever it is people do in Idaho.
Someone's gonna steal that as a rom-com.
Yeah, right.
Well, you guys, it sounds like you have a really good relationship, and it's nice that you have each other during this time. So we have to go talk to somebody else. No, I'm just kidding. No, good luck. And let us know how it goes.
Oh, yeah, but will you, though? If you guys decide to do it. Wait, do you have any other questions before we let you go?
I think it was maybe just more of a broad, like, I don't know, advice or logistics of it. Like, go out to bars or use apps.
I think
or
the
I don't
bar,
even know
the bar
if there's
thing,
apps for that.
Bar thing is out. The two of you, like a hungry couple out on the prowl for a lesbian in the gay bars of Boise. I just like, no.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the gay community in Boise is probably small enough. They don't need you two straight people creeping around with bringing your kids to the gay bar going like, apply here. I think that apps are a good idea if you don't feel comfortable with sex work. But I think the beautiful part about sex workers is that part of their job is to fulfill your fantasies exactly the way you want it without any awkwardness. So that you're just like, I want you to touch me. I don't want you to touch him. I want it to be like this. This is the blah, blah, blah. I know that there are stigmas and taboos about sex workers, but literally that is their job, is to make people happy.
But how do you have a sex worker when you have like a toddler?
Well,
and 2 toddlers, and then you're like, oh, just be quiet, and then 3 dogs.
no, don't bring them to the toddler zone.
I'm just saying, it's kind of hard to set the mood, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Once,
do it on a
once
trip.
you've gone into that zone of like family, and it can be.
Right.
Sure. I think
Well, and I like
maybe
that.
not.
I
I
was
would
gonna say,
feel
I like that
vulnerable.
idea, though.
which idea, Kim?
A sex worker, because then you don't have any obligation. You don't feel any obligation later on to like, or if anyone has established any type of like feeling or
Totally.
you don't have to call them back ever again.
Totally.
You can just be like, yeah, that didn't work out. We didn't like it. One of us, and we agreed that if one of us didn't like it, then we would never do it again, and we'd be totally fine with it.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine if you decide
But then
to do it.
what if one person wants to keep doing it, and then they just keep trying to like convince you to keep doing it?
This sounds like we've never done it, but this is definitely Natasha's anxiety. Yeah, no, Kim, do you know the old? I think it was Charlie Sheen. I believe that's who it was. I think it was him. Was on the Tonight Show. Maybe it was Rob Lowe. It was on the Tonight Show after they got busted for some prostitution thing, and Jay Leno was like, you know, whoever it was like a handsome heartthrob, and it was like, why would you know, you're such a handsome movie star, why would you pay women to have sex with you? And he goes, oh, I didn't pay them to have sex with me, I paid them to leave. And I think that's what you're talking about, is like no obligation, open communication, because you guys have a great relationship, communication in your house. So now you just extend that to your new employee.
There you go.
Good luck, you two.
How does one obtain a sex worker though?
Oh well, my friend.
You just like put out a newspaper ad, or?
No, Jesus, you really are from Idaho. I would start with the internet and see if there's people in Boise. And I like the idea of you guys flying to San Francisco, having a nice weekend in the city. But no, look it up. Go online.
If anyone listening has any hot tips,
literally Google how do I find a sex worker. I promise you there will be some hits.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck, guys.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. I'm a big advocate for that, especially when you're confused. You know, when you're like, I don't even know if we really fully want to do this. Like, I don't want there to be weirdness and you feel awkward.
Oh, I'm so with you. That would be so much better than like, you're a friend.
And a professional lover comes over, shakes your hand, fucks you, and then shakes your hand adieu at the end. You know what I mean? It's like the whole thing is people's stigma about hiring somebody to have sex with them, which is all mired in like weird ideas about sex work. But literally, if you're having a threesome with your husband of 6 years and you have 2 kids, it's probably not because you're a swinger. It's probably because you're like fulfilling a fantasy, right? And why would you want to add apps into fulfilling why not just go to the source, the person who's literally a professional fantasy fulfiller? It's like Falcor.
The source.
Go to the source. Go to the sex work source. Hey, if there are any sex workers that listen to the podcast, we'd like to talk to you. We'll interview you to find out the best way to find and hire a sex worker.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Oh, really? You don't say.
Okay.
Let's listen to some secrets while I think about the implications of what Natasha just said.
Hey, this is the audio porn guy again. I'm sorry for being so long-winded last time. Most of my recordings are 15 minutes, so I am in the habit of running my mouth. At the risk of creeping out any of your listeners who might not want to hear this, I am going to take you up on the invitation to give a quick sample of what I do.
Oh, yeah.
And for anyone who may want to hear more of this, can go to tryquin.com and search for James. Got a lot of free content up there.
Okay, stop. Can you stop the recording? Oh, this is a little listener warning. We didn't realize what we were about to listen to. And if you have any little kids in the car or are offended by people like James, over at tryquin.com, you might want to fast forward a bit or, just turn the volume down. But if you're in for a good ear fucking, get a load of James.
For customs. Here we go. You look so cute when you laugh. What were you listening to? The Endless Honeymoon podcast? I love that show. Seems like a lot of their callers are super horny freaks, right? I mean, I know we are. Your nipples are already hard, huh?
Wait, stop. Is he French kissing?
He's like, I think they're like in the fantasy kissing, but they're going to start doing something else.
He's like kissing the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he might be jerking himself off, maybe?
I think the implication is that people are going to he's the guy that's you're the fantasy purchaser. So
I bought him.
You bought him, so you're jerking off. He's
right, but he might be jerking off a little bit just to get in the mood, or no?
I have no idea. He is a guy, so the odds are pretty good. Okay, let's keep listening. I just didn't know if we were hearing smooching sounds.
Yeah, that's the
Mwah.
prelude.
You're so fucking sexy. You're making my dick hard, too.
Ooh. Okay, stop. The kisses are taking me out of it. I gotta be honest. Like, I don't know. When I was a teenager, I called phone sex lines a lot, and they were never like offering it to French me.
Girls like that
Do you
at the
like it?
beginning, I think,
Do you like it?
But he also seems like he's like finger fucking you, like while he's like talking to you, kind of.
Oh yeah, flicker your tongue on my tongue. Deeper. Look in my eyes. Maybe these are all women that are hiring him. It maybe isn't for gay guys. Maybe it's for women because it's just like this whole kissing thing is so bizarre. You like that? You want me to hold that hand? Want me to
Wait,
hold?
can we keep going?
Yeah,
I
oh,
was
yeah.
almost getting turned on.
Really?
I mean, it was cute.
Okay, keep going.
Would you pause this episode so I can please your body? And I will end it there because I do not pretend to fuck for free.
Oh. He said, do you hear the last line was, can you pause this episode so I can what? Wait, play it again. Go back about 10 seconds. I want to give his dismount the reverence it deserves. All right, let's play the end.
So I can please your body.
Can you pause?
And I will end it there because I do not pretend to fuck for free.
Can you pause this episode so I can please your pussy? Actually, let's take a quick break. And Natasha, if you want to come upstairs with me, can we pause this episode so I can please your pussy? And we'll be right back with another secret.
Hi, Tosh. Hi, Moshe.
Okay.
Just want to say I love the podcast. I love you both. You're both hilarious. Natasha a little bit more so, but
All right.
neither here nor there.
Let's skip this one.
So I have a secret for you guys. It's not that juicy, but it's a secret that I relish in every day. So my husband never knows where his shit is. He's constantly asking me where his phone is, where his keys are, where his wallet is, blah blah blah, whatever. I know where all of his shit is. Like, if he leaves his keys on top of the fucking fridge, I know that they're there. But when he asks, I tell him I don't know. Because it gets really old having to answer all these, really tedious fucking questions, where all of your shit is all the time. Just remember where your shit is. It's exhausting. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.
Wait, I just gotta say that is a very unhelpful wife.
I mean, I thought.
She knows where his keys are. I mean, here's the thing. That's who you married. You got to help him out.
Of all the secrets we've heard, that was the most evil one, including the dead parrot.
You're like that too, Moshe. It is annoying.
Yeah, but women have their own bits of annoyances that are. There's something about male scatterbrain that I think is really very, very man. You know, not to be too binary about it, but it's like help a brother out. I mean, I hate that.
That's cold. I mean, I kind of respect it a little bit. She's just like, I
mean, I
bought you a little key ring. I'm like, every day you're like, where are my keys? I'm like, did you look on the ring? Because every time I see him, I put him on the little, it's like up on it's mounted. As soon as you come up from your car, you can put it on there. But
grounds for divorce.
You never do it.
It's because, listen, what people who are not absent-minded don't understand is that if you could remember to remember, you wouldn't need to remember in the first place. If I could remember to put the keys in the place where I will remember where they are, I wouldn't be the type of person that lost my keys. It's very simple. I'm absent-minded. I don't become absent-minded after the organizational tool that really helps. I'm always absent-minded. So I walk past the hook for the key, and then I put the key down and go, boy, where did it go? But I make up for it in other ways. You know how? I please your pussy. I please it.
You're a male scatterbrain.
That's right. Classic MS. MSB. All right, let's play another secret.
Hello, this is my secret. I'm a recovering crystal meth addict. I used to live in Chicago when I was using, and I left there with a really good group of friends, and before I left, we always had a joke about making fun of this one story that one of my really good friends had, and it was a story about this whacked out person posted sign saying he was having a party where Lindsay Lohan was going to be there with her then girlfriend Samantha Ronson DJing, and my friend, I guess, was totally just mocking this person walking around, and he was all whacked out, and the truth is that person was me. I remember this. I was on a good 3.5-4 day run, and I believe that I had Lindsay Lohan and Samantha Ronson coming to my apartment to DJ a party, and I was posting signs around my neighborhood about it, and then people started showing up, and I just wasn't answering my buzzer, and yeah, it was a big hot mess, and I am no longer living that lifestyle, but yeah, that is my secret. I'm a dumb ass. Yeah, thanks.
Oh man,
I've never gone that far.
It's hard to go that far. That's particularly crystal meth, where you stay up so long, and you take so much meth that you start going, so you become disassociated with reality.
The point where you're like making flyers.
To the point where you are like drowning family members. So this is the innocent version of that story. But wait, did you understand that he was saying that he and his friends often joke around about some tweaker that they saw with a Lindsay Lohan sign, and he laughs along with them knowing that he's the guy they're talking about? That was amazing. I mean, honestly, if you're going to get addicted to crystal meth and strung out and addicted, at least you come away with it with a good story. That doesn't deserve to be a secret. That should be brought to the light of day. I don't even think that's bad. Should we do another? Or you want to make a call?
I want to call somebody.
Okay, let's call somebody. Hey, Tosh.
Yes, Moshe.
I had a bad back. Do you remember?
Yes.
And what do? We
got a new mattress.
We got a new mattress. We got a Helix mattress. We took their little quiz. It took 2 minutes to complete. It matches your body type with your sleep preferences, and it makes you the perfect mattress. Do you want soft? Do you want firm? Do you sleep on your side? On your back? On your stomach? Do you sleep hot? With Helix, there's a specific mattress for each and everyone's unique taste. I got their firm Jewish people mattress.
Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you.
By the way, you don't need to take our word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2019 and 2020 by GQ magazine, the very magazine that I have been a cover model for over 42 times.
Just go to helixsleep.com/honeymoon. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life.
And here's the best news. If you're worried about it, listen, if you're sleeping on a mattress that's uncomfortable, you spend a third of your life on the mattress. Do not skimp on a mattress, but there's no risk with Helix. Order it. You can try it out for 100 nights. And if you don't like it, they'll pick it up for you. They'll come to your house and pick it up. If you don't love it, they'll return it. But you will love it. And they've got a 10-year warranty. Go to Helix.
Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattresses orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/honeymoon. That's Helix, HELIX, sleep.com/honeymoon for up to $200 off. Now let's call Nancy in Chicago.
Hello.
Hey, Nance.
Hi.
Nance.
It's Natasha and Moshe.
Or Tasha and Moshe, if you will.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Oh, it's great. How are you?
Good, good.
What's
Did
How's
they
your
open
COVID?
up? Did they open up Lake Michigan? Can you walk around it?
I have not tried. I'm steering clear.
Oh, really?
Well, what's happening, Nancy? What made you contact us?
So, my boyfriend has a son, and his son's mother does not want me around. And I'm just kind of stuck with how to progress our relationship, just because there's some difficulty being assertive because of fear about her reaction. And yeah, I don't know. Just
Okay, I've
kind of been. What was that?
No, you've kind of been what?
I've kind of just been feeling really stuck because we've been together for 2 years. And I'm feeling ready to keep moving forward and all this stuff, but it's kind of hard because I have met his son, but when I'm around, he's very anxious because he knows that his son's mom is not cool with it. So I'm kind of okay, we're leading these 2 lives, and I just don't really know how to move forward. I love this guy to death, but I don't know.
It kind of sounds like this situation, you're in a relationship with him and his ex-wife and kind of the son.
Oh,
it's
well, okay. So not an ex-wife. Actually, before our second date, he called me and he said, I don't know how to tell you this. It's really awkward. And I was like, okay, thinking he's going to be like, I'm not really that into this. I don't want to go out on this date tonight. But he was like, I got my ex-girlfriend pregnant, although they had been broken up for a while, a year and a half or something. So this has been going on since our second date. She was pregnant, and then now 2 years later. So it's a little bit more than just the ex-wife.
I see.
I don't know.
It was he was breaking up with someone, and then she was pregnant, and he met you.
It was like a rendezvous. It was like a rendezvous after a long time of being broken up.
So why does she?
I thought you just said it was like a rendezvous, and I was like, "Is this a Chicago reference that I don't understand?" A rendezvous.
A rendezvous.
No, you said it correctly.
Wait, so how does she have so much control over him?
Exactly, and that's what's so hard. Is it's just he hates conflict. So he's tried to talk to her about it. She shuts it down. I've been very patient. He's been very patient, very understanding.
So he's not even he doesn't even really care about this woman.
Well, no, he cares about her for sure, and that's why it's so hard for him, is because he knows that he's going behind her back, and he doesn't.
How is he going behind her back?
Because I've met his son and I've spent time with his son, and she says that over her dead body am I allowed around her
Got
kid.
it. Okay. Do you have something, Tasha?
That just is not a sustainable relationship.
Absolutely not. And it's
you have to he needs to either be way more dominant with her and say that you're a part of his life, and you know, he's going to be a part of the son's life. She's going to be a part of our son's life. And if you're not okay with that, I don't know. He needs to like stand up for you, because right now she like is lording over your whole relationship and your whole life. And it's like, you don't need that, because you're there. You want to be a part of it. You want to like, you know, it seems like you like the son, right?
Well, who knows? She all she knows is his name is Tyler. Wait, okay, hold on. I have some questions. Why does she not want you around? Is there any given reason?
She's jealous.
Obviously, that's
Well,
the
they have
real
a
reason.
history.
But is there
Yeah,
what
there's
I'm
a
curious
history.
about is there an argument made about you, or is this something
I
that
mean,
she
I'm
would
crazy,
is that
but she doesn't know that.
But what I'm getting at is that yeah, well, you did call a podcast with two comedians to figure out this unbelievably sensitive
I
situation.
love you
so
guys.
we love you too.
I know.
But what I'm
I
getting
know.
at is like, what is she saying? No woman you'll ever date will ever see my son, or is she pretending that there's something particularly about you that is the culprit?
No, she doesn't know anything about me really, besides the little bit that he's shared. So I think it's just any woman in general. And he did actually recently have that conversation of being a little bit more assertive of like, hey, this is the deal. I'm not asking, I'm telling. Do you want to meet her? What do you know?
And then what happened?
He just shut down. He's selfish. He's controlling. He's forcing her into things she doesn't want to do.
But they're not in like a committed relationship, right?
No, he and I are. We have been for 2 years. We're in a monogamous, committed relationship.
Okay, and do they share custody?
Yes, they do.
So they're in like a co-parent
And
relationship.
has that been worked out? Like that has been worked out legally that they share custody?
No.
Well, I mean, here's the situation, in my opinion. The culprit here, it's very easy to make this clearly fragile, maybe even mentally off, jealous woman the villain in this situation. And in many ways, she is the villain, right? Like she seems crazy. She seems out of control. It's an unreasonable request. What is this guy supposed to do? Never have a romantic relationship until the child turns 18. Unreasonable, right? But actually, she's not the villain, in my opinion, because you don't know her. She doesn't owe you shit. You're just some fucking lady that stepped into her life, and she's crazy, and so she's throwing her crazy at you. The villain in this story is this guy. He's like, what kind of a it's true though. He's the one that owes you emotional fealty and fidelity. Like the villain here is not. There is no villain. I mean,
he needs to stick up for himself.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
Forget you actually, and I know this is difficult because it's happening to you. You're the least important player in this whole drama. The problem is that this woman is essentially saying to the man you love, you can never be romantic with anyone in any way that will ever be serious because they'll never be able to meet your child over my dead body. It's an unreasonable request. But what's not cool is that he is just like allowing an emotionally volatile, unstable person to control whether or not he has an intimate relationship with you and with anybody else. So it's like, to me, the answer is really obvious. He needs to probably involve a third party, a mediator or an attorney, figure out what his actual custody rights are, and then you don't ask,
and don't activate her. He's gonna have to dominate.
Yeah, you don't ask permission when you start dating someone if they're allowed to see. I mean, my mom didn't ask my dad when she married my stepfather. My dad wasn't like, "Oh, I accept." It doesn't. I don't think it works like that.
I respect the asking at first, but to a certain extent, then it becomes okay. You need to become a lot more assertive and say, "I'm now telling you." After all of this time, and this conversation just came up starting about 6 months ago, because I was very patient and understanding, she probably hates me because I started dating him while she was pregnant.
But the thing that I don't really understand is they were a fling. They didn't even have a relationship.
They did, and then they how when you break up with someone, you have like a portal between your genitals for a while? You know about that? I've had that where you're like, well, we're not together, but we've already fucked so many times. Hey, we might as well fuck one more time.
It's easy. It's
Yeah.
easy.
And this time it didn't work out. It doesn't matter that she hates you. Your job is not to get her to love you. It's just to be kind enough and polite enough to not create conflict in your relationship. And when you talk about him needing to stop asking and start telling, that's advice that you should take for yourself as well. You need to stop asking him and start telling him, like, if this is going to move forward and we're going to become more serious, I can't be feeling like I'm like the other woman.
And make him, and you might even have to decide to leave, because it sounds like he is pretty far into this dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot for him to get out of it. And it might not just be a few casual mentions from you.
Totally.
I wouldn't hang around for that.
It hasn't been casual. It hasn't been casual mentions. I have been very vocal, and he has also been having more conversation, but I just feel stuck. But you guys basically just kind of said what my thoughts have been both ways of, okay, time to take action.
Well, here's another thing that I am thinking as you're talking about this. It's like sometimes when you're in a drama, and that's what you're in right now. You're in a three-way, actually kind of a four-way drama, where you can't get what you want from him. She can't get what she wants from him. He can't tell her what she wants, and he can't give you what you want. And it's just the three of you kind of pinging off each other again and again. Sometimes it's helpful, even though everyone's clear about what needs to happen next, except for her. She sounds more crazy than anybody. Is to sit down with a third person that is not involved in your drama, like a counselor, or even get somebody online. Now that we're all in quarantine, it's super cheap to get somebody online to tell him what it sounds like from the outside. And then if he hears that perspective, because I guarantee that conversation will go your way. If he hears that perspective and he's not willing to take meaningful action, then you've got your answer. He'll never do it, and you stay at your peril or leave.
Yeah. Yep. Well.
Sorry.
I too am sorry.
Well, the funny thing is that we've gone to therapy together several times. I have a great therapist. He's gone to therapy. So, but yeah, I love that advice, love therapy. And I think that that's been really helpful for us in moving us forward. But it's just been a lot slower than I would like it to be. And I just want it to pick up the pace.
Well, then maybe don't go to a wishy-washy therapist. Maybe get a custody mediator, which I'm positive there are a million of them in Chicago, and have him explain his situation with you there on the phone.
Specialist.
Yeah, and then he'll really get a clear picture, because it's like, this isn't sustainable. He's either going to lose you, or he's going to blow up his relationship with his ex. And she's going to like take the kid. This is a bad situation.
And why does he want to live like that?
It's all fucked up.
I know. It makes me sad, because he's an amazing person. And I want him to be able to be more at peace and not feel like I'm asking stuff of him. She's asking stuff of him, getting pulled in all these directions. So, yeah.
I mean, it's really, that sounds like a really hard situation. And,
Yeah, well, sometimes there are situations that are so difficult they don't have a good solution. I think that's an illusion a lot of us live under, is that every situation has like a amicable and nice solution. Like, to me,
she sounds so sweet that he's so lucky to have her, I
know. To me, I'm like, the thing that makes me the most nervous is that he doesn't have actual custody worked out, because it's all casual, like, okay, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's probably why.
Over my dead body, will you?
I'm sure that's her accent. That sounds exactly like how I pictured her talking. She's like Kathleen Turner.
He's scared, because he's got to get that. He's got to get it in writing, but he's just like, even to bring up a lawyer is.
He should
World
be
War
scared.
III.
He should be scared because he allowed this to go on. How old is the kid?
2,
like
3.
Between 1 and 2. Yeah.
So he allowed it to go
16 months.
For more than a year.
You really don't get to see him very much, do you?
He might be 35.
I don't.
Just keep trying to be positive with him, but tell him where you stand. And I think Moshe's right.
Yeah.
He needs to see what his legal rights are. And just keep trying to like handle her in the most, I don't know, forgiving way possible, but also sticking up for yourself.
And the most important thing, I think, is for you to take stock of what it is that you're willing to settle for. Like, it is
Yeah.
possible that because this guy never worked things out, he's just not willing to do the atomic option. And he's like, I'd rather have custody of my son and a compartmentalized
Mhm.
romantic life than risk losing everything. And you have to decide if you're cool with that, with just being sort of in the background of somebody's second life. And then,
No.
well, yeah, it sounds like you've already decided. So it's like, it's time for everybody to start being more honest. But since we're not talking to either of them, it's time for you to just, just like you said, stop asking, start telling.
I'm so shook about you. Like, that is really resonating with me, what you're saying right there. But, yeah.
Well, good.
Glad to
Thanks,
hear
guys.
it. Thank you, and good luck. That's a hard one.
Don't stop. Wait, what is it? Don't stop asking, start telling.
That was your words, not mine. I mean, I love that you think I'm giving you great advice. I'm literally regurgitating your information back to you.
It's like what a therapist does.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I got a second life out there. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Good luck. That is difficult. And hopefully you'll call us back and tell us, guess what? I'm a stepmom. Okay, good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hard.
I used to want to do that. I used to want to like meet a guy with kids so I didn't have to have them.
But
I
then
could-
you got this extra person. It's something to think about. You have
Oh,
to deal
that.
with the person who's
Yes.
on the other end of those
I never
kids.
thought of that part of it.
I mean, it's so hard. What a sad character on the other end, the woman who's like thinking somehow that if she just, pours enough acid into this guy's love life, that somehow she'll get him back. I mean, grow up.
Well, you don't know that that's what they think.
What could the possible reason be that you can't? Maybe it is. Maybe she didn't tell us. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe it is all about the fact of how much overlap there was between her and the other woman. Maybe the next woman wouldn't have that kind of psychic resonance for this woman,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think my mom was very vindictive growing up. Not vindictive, but didn't like my dad.
Me too.
And I think that's a lot of comedians I talk to too have a very similar situation.
Well, I
But I just didn't know that generation, because then I had a friend who talked to her kid and he was like always would speak really positively about his dad, even though he was like in jail.
Right.
Or like and I think that always felt like the right thing.
It's just interesting
do.
to me that like our family, our whole generation, our parents got divorced. Like did I tell you about this? I was talking to my friend Truck, and he was talking about his mom was having some health stuff, and I go, oh, that's hard. How's your stepdad dealing with it? He goes, my stepdad? Why would you assume it's it's my father? And I was like, oh, like I know so few people with two parents that are still married at that age. And I was just like, is your stepdad doing okay? It's like,
Right.
my parents are still married. So like our generation, everybody got divorced and they all badmouthed the other person. Every one of them. And now I'm feeling like our generation like learned the lesson.
Right.
But maybe not. If it sounds like old Nance over there in Chicago, maybe not.
Yeah, people, maybe a miracle will happen.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I do think it's like really a bad idea to leave custody to like the whims of an unstable person. Like hopefully she'll just be cool. I'm just grateful that you and I are not in that situation and that we're together and happy. And I can't imagine if we ever went our separate ways. I can't imagine a world in which we would be like vindictively trashing the other person and then also saying like you can't date other people over my dead body. It just seems insane to me. But
yeah.
what can you do? It's hard to know what happens.
Well,
I know one thing.
what?
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's amazing.